Hello everyone and welcome back to Teaching with Tenia. This is part 2 of my student teaching series as I prepare for student teaching because I actually start tomorrow and I'm so excited even though orientation was like information overload and so I'm still processing that, but I feel like this is like my video diary. I don't know, I've really enjoyed making videos for you guys. And speaking of which, I'm almost at 100 subbies and I'm just so thankful for all you guys. I really do enjoy making these, so in honor of that, I would love to do a $20 giveaway. What to do is follow 3 simple steps. The first one is following my regular page, Tenia Renee, and follow my teaching page at Teachinwithtenia on Instagram, and then comment once you're done, and then like your major or where you at in your program. Maybe you are education major, maybe you're not. I realize I also have other majors that are not education that just like to watch my videos. So I appreciate you guys all for subscribing, and this is my way to give back. Just picking someone down in the comments. Thank you guys for all 100 of you. I will continue elevating my content and making it better for you guys, and it's super fun for me. And at the end of January, I will go ahead and pick the winner of that. So you guys have like until January 31st to go ahead and comment down below and still participate in the giveaway. So thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. I really do appreciate it, and this is like my way of giving back. So don't forget to go ahead and do that, and let's get right into the video. For student teaching part 2, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know how I met with my teacher, and my placements have changed a little bit, and I'm still processing and getting excited about my placement because it's not the grade level I want, it's not the setting I want, it's basically not quite what I was looking for. But hey, I truly believe that God has placed me in this placement for a reason and with these students for a reason, and I'm so excited to learn from my cooperating teacher. She's been teaching for 5 years, and I know that I can learn a lot from her, so that's what I'm going to try to do. Put my positive pants on, get the best out of my placement situation. So when preparing for student teaching, I also wanted to give you guys some more information now that I finished orientation and met with my cooperating teacher. My first day is tomorrow, so I'm super excited about that. But just to give you guys some things of how to mentally prepare, things that we have all the materials, all the materials and everything that we may hope for in student teaching, but preparing our hearts and our minds is like another aspect of conquering student teaching. So I just want to go over that with you guys today. My school just finished orientation, so this is like my debrief for orientation and what has helped me be as prepared as I can be for tomorrow. The first thing is what is required of me as a student teacher. It's going to require my focus. So I have drawn back a lot of other obligations like work and other activities that I usually do throughout the semester so that I could be solely focused on student teaching. It's going to take a lot out of me, and I know that. So even sacrificing sleep to go to bed earlier and make sure I'm truly focusing on student teaching, because previously, I'm going to put myself out there with this one, but previously I've just been trying to let's just get through this semester, like constantly thinking of the next thing or can't wait to be out of college. It's so easy to fall into that trap, but I truly want to absorb everything that I can in this placement. It's my last semester, so I definitely would like to enjoy it and learn everything that I can. And being present in the moment is something that I feel like our generation lacks because we're always focused on the next thing and we just crave instant gratification, even though that's not realistic. So the second thing that is required of me is getting organized. So I have my binder all labeled and organized, and curriculum that I'm going to be teaching and have that laid out, organized, and I have a lot of dividers to help make sure I am organized. If you're not an organized person, I suggest you find a system that works for you. Everybody's definition and way that they organize is not the same, so I don't want you to feel bad because you don't have all the pretty colors like most teachers have, or all of your labels look super pretty. At the end of the day, my professor also stresses to us, as long as it's functional at this point and it works for you and you're organized, that is going to be sufficient. The third thing that my school suggests that we do is prepare. prepare. At the end of the day, we can't just wing it. Prepare. How are you preparing for student teaching? You have to, whether you have to print copies for your lessons or you have to go to sleep earlier, like I mentioned, and even having your lessons and the materials laid out the night before, the week before, however far out you like to plan, having your materials ready and prepared, because you never know if it's gonna snow or if you're just not feeling good that day. For example, if you're not feeling good that day, you still have to teach that lesson. So giving your cooperating teacher what they need to be able to teach is part of being prepared. So being prepared for any and everything, to be honest, is what they suggest we do. The first thing is flexibility. I feel like this is just a good teacher trait automatically, because being flexible means that you don't get upset when there's a fire drill or a lesson doesn't go the way you were supposed to, a lesson doesn't go the way you wanted it to go, or a kid wet themselves and the lesson is just not flowing the way you want it to. At the end of the day, you survived the day, congrats. But remaining flexible and not letting that joy of teaching be determined by current circumstances, because the students may be bad, or students may have a meltdown, or you may have to cover another class during whatever. At the end of the day, we know why we're called to teach and why we're here. So just hold on to that. Hold on to that so preciously. Flexibility is basically the name of the game. And as students looking ahead, we have had to be flexible, especially with living through and going to school during a pandemic. Like, this is completely insane. Now we imagine our 4-year or 3 years of college to look like, but here we are, making the best of it and being flexible. The requirement they suggest is to be vulnerable. If you're struggling, reach out to your professors and let them know, like, hey, this happened, or hey, this didn't go so well. Even your college supervisor and your cooperating teacher. It's better to speak up when you're struggling than to have a domino effect because you didn't speak up or wanted help when you didn't ask for help when you needed it, if that makes sense. Like, it's okay to be vulnerable and tell people. I feel like in society you have to act like you're perfect. At the end of the day, I'm good, but act like you're good, or especially with teaching, you don't want to fail. But at the end of the day, there is power in vulnerability. And to be honest, it's our first time student teaching. Like, we've never done this before, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve and expectations that might not get met. So being vulnerable to own up to your mistakes and say that it's okay. At the end of the day, all the students made it through the day safely. They got home safely. But here is what I can work on and how I can improve and get better. That is really what matters, is that we're prepared to be teachers as best as we can, because of course teaching is always changing, but just trying to be prepared and be the best teacher we can be before we leave the program. Before I close out this video, I wanted to give you some practical questions to ask your cooperating teacher that I didn't know that I needed to ask during the first meeting. But like I said, this channel is for you guys to learn from me, grow from me, and do better than I did. So I wanted to share these with you so that during your initial cooperating teacher meeting that you will have adequate questions to ask. Things that you should be asking your cooperating teacher is getting to know the students. How do you want to do that? And then anecdotal sheets if you have extra records that you need to be keeping, making copies. How does the copy machine work? The Wi-Fi, like I mentioned in my other video, computer access, emergency plans, and dress code. These are all just topics that I didn't realize until like now. Like, it's so much that goes on in a school day, and to have all these pieces, you might not get your first meeting like I didn't. So the second meeting, and you'll be there the whole semester, or some people are there for 8 weeks, but you'll eventually get the hang of just some things that I'm going to be asking my teacher tomorrow on the second time we meet. So prayers for student teaching. I cannot believe I'm here, but it's going to be a good process. I truly believe that God has me at the placement I need, with the students I need, and the cooperating teacher I need. Thank you so much for watching this video and getting me to 100 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you guys, and you forgot about the giveaway, the instructions are down below, so don't forget to check the description box, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.